World in Epic Universe. That's 10 hours. Is there enough to do? What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna ride? There's so much to see, and there'll be challenges along the way for you and me. Let's get going. 10 hours is a long time, and the park just opened. It hasn't even opened yet, 10:59. Super Nintendo World is a multi-story, very elaborate Nintendo land. A big section of it is built on Mario and many spin-off characters and creatures and games. Love the implication that when Mario jumps in a pipe, he's on an escalator. Love it. And the other section is Donkey Kong Country. There are 3 rides in this land that we're going to experience today, several dining locations we're going to try out, tons of characters to meet, and perhaps most excited? I don't know, you'll have to decide. These power-up bands where we can actually play games around the land and ultimately have a standoff with none other than Bowser Jr. Can we do it? I don't know, you have to earn a certain number of points, but I'm certainly going to try. Starting our day by meeting none other than Mario and Luigi, of course. Gotta welcome us to the land. It is their home. Lots of characters for us to meet today, and the characters here are really interesting. They speak to you, they are larger than life, their hair looks like hair. It's a little bit of a daunting meet and greet, honestly, but if you love Mario characters, Nintendo characters, I think that you're gonna have a great time. We've met Mario, Luigi. I am crossing my darn fingers that we are going to meet Toad. And another one that I really want to meet is Donkey Kong. So I'm actually going to do a little lap right now because I am here during annual pass holder previews. The park is not at capacity and things aren't fully up to how they'll be running when the park is fully open. Pretty close though. They are kind of in their testing phase, but there aren't times listed for the meet and greets yet. So I'm going to do a lap to make sure I don't see Peach or Donkey Kong. I know Toad isn't out, but I'm going to go take a look. So Peach Meat's right here, and I haven't seen this area set up for the Peach Meat. Well, let me bite my tongue. They're bringing out the ropes for it, maybe right this second. Yep, confirmed. Okay, so Peach might come out soon, but she's not quite out yet. Let's go see if we can catch Donkey Kong before Peach, maybe. Now, while we're on the way to check out Donkey Kong, let's talk about my challenge for the day. My challenge today is to find as many Pikmin as I can. There are Pikmin hidden throughout this land, and I see 4 little ones right here. Hello, guys. So add that to my Pikmin count. That's 4. But let's head on into Donkey Kong Country. This is like a portal within a portal, transitioning you from the more like civilized Super Mario area to the more rugged Donkey Kong area. So unfortunately, Minecart Madness is not running this morning. Not that I would be getting on it right now, but Minecart Madness, one of the most popular rides in the entire park. And typically it is open for early entry for hotel guests an hour before I was able to get in. And I was hoping that that would get a lot of folks in and out of those mine carts so that I could ride them with a shorter line later. But with it being down, we might end up in a long line. Now, Donkey Kong meets here at the Donkey Kong treehouse in front of a giant pile of bananas. No sign of him right now. So we're all good, I think, to head back into the Mario side. And I think we're gonna start earning some points. Because if I'm gonna take on Bowser Jr. today, we're gonna need to earn a lot of points. Unfortunately, I just don't know that my outfit's fully there yet. Luckily, there are a couple of places you can shop in Super Nintendo World. The biggest Nintendo store is actually outside of the land, but One Up Factory is the biggest Nintendo store in the land, which means that's where we're stuck. Oh man. Oh no. What am I gonna get? Rats. Yoshi's is my favorite ride in Super Nintendo World. Fight me about it. Well, when you ride them, you can fight me about it because you're gonna disagree. But it's allowed to be my favorite. I'm considering Yoshi's that cut scrunchies. Add them to the pigtails. These are a strong contender. They're a little dramatic, I'll admit. These are probably gonna end up on my wrist. They're going on my wrist now. Man, this is all my fault for wearing a hat. There are plenty of hats in there that I could have gotten. Okay, a very key part of Super Nintendo World, these guys. Mine's covered in sunscreen. Woo! This is a power-up band. They have them for a bunch of different characters. I have Luigi at home, and this is Diddy Kong's. Basically, when you get a power band, you're joining this character's team, and you get to play a game, literally a real-life game, all around Super Nintendo World, collecting coins, gaining power-ups, playing in key challenges, and if you get 3 keys, you unlock a super secret final battle against Bowser Jr., who's stolen the golden egg. Very exciting stuff. Honestly, I love interactivity like this in a land. And today we have so much time that we're gonna spend most of the day playing these games to see if we can unlock them. Someone just got some points next to me, so that's pretty good. Yeah, we gotta collect our coins, get our power-ups, figure it all out. Do our key challenges. Now there are a number of different blocks you should look for around Super Nintendo World to punch. Like this right here across the way there is a good example. You will find question mark blocks, brick blocks, and POW blocks. Punching these will gain you different things around the land. Typically coins, but sometimes they're combos, sometimes they earn you more coins. I'm gonna show you proper punching method. So if you've got your power-up band on your wrist, you might think, oh, you need to touch your power-up band to this little decal. You don't, you literally need to punch it. Just like that. POW. To earn points on some of them, it is a combo that you have to do. So if you see 3 blocks touching each other, that's probably a combo. You can tell by the noises they make whether or not you have successfully accessed the combo. Like this block. Got to do 3 in a row, and I think we will have done that combo. Okay, so in the game you earn stamps. The first stamp I'm going for is to punch any brick block. Nice. I think that was 5 points. I don't know. Let's see what happened in my app. I got to punch any question mark block. Okay. Nice, okay. What is a brick block? We got to find a brick block. Ah, okay, so we're in Mario and Luigi. Woo, brick blocks, okay. Got him. There's my brick block. Okay, this is fun. What next? Okay. Punch a question mark block while you're small. How do I get small? Punch every block in Super Nintendo World. Punch every question mark block in one day. Punch 250 blocks. Use the binoculars to zoom in on the Pikmin on Mount Beanpole. Okay. Gonna attempt to use these binoculars. Okay, super cool stamp is that you can use the binoculars to zoom in on certain things, and you don't even have to tap anything. The binoculars will just auto zoom in on the thing. The binoculars know when you zoomed in. That's crazy. The binoculars will just know when you zoomed into something. What's this stamp? Defeat Bowser Jr. with every player in the group earning an average of at least 20 coins. That sounds hard. I found a minigame that is basically slots. I'm gonna try to get all stars. Oh, it's hard. Oh, it's getting faster. Okay, leaves it is. Oh, I got a star. Star. And, 2 stars. Not bad, I got some coins from that. I bet I can get all 4. Maybe another try later. Piranha plant nap mishap. Very large piranha plant snapping. Quickly turn off all the alarm clocks, get it back to sleep to retrieve the key. I am alone, so this is going to be pretty challenging. Yay! The piranha plant nap challenge, very difficult. Easier the more people you have. So highly recommend talking to the people around you in line and asking if they want to work together, especially if you're a group of 1, 2, or 3. I did it with just one other guy, very challenging, and then a family said they'd join us, so we had 6 people, knocked it right out. So teamwork makes the dream work. And now Princess Peach is out. Okay, I met Princess Peach. That was wild. She is very tall. And she speaks, but I guess she's a princess, it makes sense. And I'm dressed as Mario, and he is much shorter than her, canonically. So now, I think we get more keys. I'm thinking I'm gonna try this Koopa Pow Block challenge, which seems quite difficult because you have to time it right. It's like a chain reaction thing, but let's see if we can do it. Okay, oh, triple block combo. I don't know what I just activated. Oh, Mario's in the wall. There he is. I'm really zoomed in. I've probably been filming really bad footage for a minute. Oh my gosh, minigame. Okay, Pow Block. Yeah! Triple block. Okay, let's try this minigame. See how I do. Okay. I don't even know what you do. Nothing's happening. Oh! Hi! Oh my gosh! Oh, what's this way? I didn't even know this was all over here. A ba-bomb! No thank you. A ba-bomb! No thank you. Oh! 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 Very small! I got small! This is so cool! Everything's big! Wow, Luigi! This is so cool! I can't believe we got small! Woo! Okay. That's hard alone. Oh, they're out, but back out again. That was the most fun I've had anytime I've been in any Super Nintendo world. That was so much fun. I am so sweaty now. I think we need to take a break. It might be time for a ride or maybe lunch. I don't know. 10 minutes for Yoshi's Adventure. Yeah, don't mind if I do. I, by the way, got all 3 keys and can unlock Bowser Jr.'s lair to get the golden mushroom. It's wild. I'm at 22 of 200 stamps. I have 1,042 coins. Bye! Thank you! There's no recording on Universal rides. So you'll see me up to the loading platform, then I'll disappear, and then I'll come back and tell you about Yoshi's Adventure. I really like that ride. It is a slow-moving ride where you ride in your very own Yoshi through indoor and outdoor scenes. And for me, this feels more like anything else that I am in a Nintendo game, except maybe when I got small earlier. But it really does feel like you're in the game. Like the environments around you are so nice, and there's not like human pathways, human stairs like there are here to break the immersion. So it's really, really fun. There's a mini game on the ride where you have to find 3 multicolored eggs to be able to find the golden egg and help Toadette and Captain Toad. A super cute little ride. I really, really enjoy it. I love that it's indoors and outdoors. And I was thinking while I rode it, I can't wait to ride it at night, which we will definitely do today because we're here all day. I guess we might as well do the day version and night version of the outdoor ride. The downside to this ride is that it does have a height requirement, so it isn't the most accessible to everybody. Even little kiddos, it's a pretty low height requirement, but some kiddos, even though it feels like a kid-geared ride, won't be tall enough to ride it. And then the ride vehicles aren't super restrictive, but I can imagine them being a bit restrictive. They're a little bit tight. There is this tester seat out here where you can see how the restraints work and everything. And this is how you play the game. When you see eggs, you get to press these egg buttons and react to the eggs being found. But with that, I do think it's about lunchtime. And the main restaurant here is Toadstool Cafe, which is, I think, where we're gonna head on in. I'm gonna see what little welcome gift we get. Let's get the little present. Oh, coins, nice. Oh, and there's Chef Toad in the flesh, the mushroom flesh. Oh, I love him. So this is a super popular restaurant in the other Super Nintendo worlds, but because every restaurant in this park is new, and this one actually is other places, it's actually not that popular. So come back, menus. Okay, there they are. Power of Spaghetti Marinara, Mario Mini Burger Adventure Set, that's cute. Block Tiramisu is cute. Bowser's Fireball Challenge. Super easy mobile order, just like most restaurants. I love this. It reminds me of Mario Kart. Yeah, we'll head this way and they will see us in this very immersive restaurant space. I'm excited. So Toad Cafe, run by Chef Toad, of course, who's cooking up the food. As you can see, it is a very immersive restaurant. Behind me, that is a window out. Actually, that's a window into the kitchen, where I'm sure there will be some magic. But all around, there are windows out into Toad Kingdom, I think is what it's called. And you can see the little toads walking around, going about their day. And sometimes, sometimes some activities happen out those windows. I'll try to catch some interesting scenes. I can see question blocks flying. It just looks like a whimsical scene. A little bit dim in here, but really cool atmosphere. Okay, so I saw this on the screen outside, and I didn't realize that it was literally just like what looks like a giant ball of meat. So I've made an interesting order. I also fear this might be very spicy, considering it's called Bowser's Challenge. So I just, that's what I got. It's a Bowser's Challenge. I have no service in Toad Cafe at all, and just a little warning, it's previews, but my phone and Android will not connect to the Wi-Fi. It did the first day I visited, but every day since I've been unable to connect to the Wi-Fi. I've done some research. It is a them problem, not a my phone problem. So I couldn't do the mobile order here. I had to go to the counter and order. If you have to go to the counter and order, that's totally fine. Go get your table first and then learn your table number before going to the counter, because they will still bring it out to your table. There goes nothing. That's a spicy meatball. Oh no! What have I done? Whew. I'm trying it with the sauce that I think is going to make it more spicy, and it's really spicy. That's just hot sauce. Whew. This was a bold decision on my part. I think I might be getting dessert to wash this down. But wish me luck as I eat this glob of spicy meat. So I basically had a giant meatball that was spicy, covered in marinara and hot sauce for lunch. Don't get that without looking at what it is. The Bowser popover was good. And honestly, it was edible. It wasn't so spicy that it was inedible. But my mouth is still on fire a little bit. So it's got some serious heat to it. I would say only get that if you're gonna share it as like a fun item. Or I guess if you really want to freak out your family, you could get it. Interesting item. In general, I've actually had a good amount of the food at Toad Cafe before, because it is the same menu here as it is at Toad Cafe in Universal Hollywood. So if you want to see more of the Toad Cafe offerings, we're going to get dinner there as well. But you can check out that video to see like a lot of their menu. Toad Cafe might be the worst restaurant at Epic Universe, and that is because Universal has really made an effort to step up their food game and make it feel like you're not eating theme park food when you're at Epic Universe. And Toadstool Cafe is using the same menu it's used in the other parks for years. It doesn't have the same improved caliber of food as you see around the rest of the park. Everything I've eaten elsewhere, I've really felt like, oh wow, this does not seem like you would be eating it in a theme park. Toadstool Cafe tastes like theme park food, looks like theme park food. It's a fun restaurant with a fun theme, but the food isn't fantastic. It just looks really fun, which might be what you want, and it's probably what your kid wants. And what you and your kid don't want is most likely the spicy Bowser Fireball Challenge, like I had for lunch. Do we think my stomach is gonna be messed up? Maybe. 25-minute ride for Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. Let's do it. This is a Mario Kart ride. It's a very unique ride. It is technically a slow-moving dark ride, but you wear augmented reality goggles to see the other racers around you, as well as the your shells you're throwing, the coins you're collecting, and aspects of the track. It's a very interesting ride. You aim with your face, and you shoot with little buttons on your steering wheel. But yeah, you race in your very own Mario Kart game along iconic tracks, Rainbow Road, pretty cool, and really cool queue with Bowser leering over everything. You are in Bowser's Castle after all. Enter the land and through Peach's Castle, enter the ride through Bowser's. You're racing for Team Mario against Team Bowser, and your goal is to get 100 coins. Once you learn that you're aiming with your face, that's not too difficult of a goal. But a really fun thing is that if you do have a power-up band, it will save your score in your power-up band. No filming on the ride, of course, but luckily they have this exact ride, carbon copy, over in Hollywood, so you can see footage from there. Okay, we've exited here into retail. Mario Motors. This is the spot for Mario Kart merch. That is a very cool ride. I think it's a touch overwhelming. I typically don't mind really loud, bright, busy environments, but it's hard to know what's going on all the time in that ride. So really fun, really interactive. And the more times you ride it, the more fun it gets because you kind of learn the game, which is really cool. I forgot to scan my power-up band, so I didn't get my stamp for having ridden the ride. So I'm actually gonna try out the single rider line so that I can tell you guys how much of the queue it skips, because the queue is really cool. Most rides at Epic Universe actually have a single rider line. And this one here, you just look for a sign that says single riders, wait times will be less, parties will be split. And it says wait time, and it says open. Typically there aren't wait times listed for single rider lines, it's just it says open or closed. So let's see how much of that cool queue we miss. Because if you're willing and able to split up your party, you can save a ton of time on your epic day by using those single rider lines. Now right now the ride is pretty much a walk-on. I walked right up to the pre-show. But, so yeah, we're going away from most of the cool queue. Yeah, okay, you skip it all. So if you want to see the cool queue, explore Bowser's Castle, you are gonna maybe want to wait at least once in the full regular queue before using the single rider line. Okay, let's real quick talk a bit about just this land's layout, because there's a couple of things that you may have noticed that you might be wondering about, so I'm just gonna clear it up. You've probably seen a great many stairs. There are a lot of stairs in Super Nintendo World. From an accessibility perspective, they do have elevators, and there's signage that you can find for them. You see above this door, there's signage for that elevator. There's another elevator on the other side. The same is true if you're in the queue to go on Mario Kart. There are a lot of stairs. Same for Yoshi's Adventure. They do both have elevators. So from an accessibility perspective, you are covered. That said, it's a lot of stairs even if you are able to take stairs, especially if you're running around the land playing the games. Just be prepared for it because the walkability is a little bit lower than you might expect, and than it is compared to the other theme park lands. Additionally, there's only one bathroom in the land. It is right between Donkey Kong Country and the rest of Super Nintendo World here in the front. It is super cute because it is themed to the underwater levels of Mario and like Mario Kart games. It even has the music, which is really fun. It's just the only bathroom, so it is downstairs. Let's check on our status, but then I think we're gonna go fight Bowser Jr. As we should, because he's got the golden egg. We gotta fight him. Okay, so we got the golden cup from racing in Mario Kart. We got the golden egg. Let's see what other stamps we got. Mario Kart, I got the ride one. I got ride it twice, because I did ride it twice. I got land 3 consecutive hits on enemies, hit Bowser and all the Koopalings in a single race on Mario Kart. That's awesome. Peach gave us a letter of thanks because we recovered the golden mushroom. So we couldn't film in the actual game, but basically the game is a little Xbox Connect style game where you want to swipe at the bombs as they're falling from the sky and you duck to avoid bullet bills. You can see your shadow on the wall. You duck, you swipe the bombs, and then you get to punch the power-up blocks. You get to sort of use power-ups, including the one where you shoot flames, the flame flower at Bowser Jr. And if you win the golden mushroom. So very, very fun game. I really enjoyed that. Absolutely worth doing. And my big question is, I wonder if it wiped my keys. Okay, yes, so it does use 3 keys to play that game. So you have to get 3 new keys every time you want to play. I had 4, so I still have 1 left. Then we got the golden mushroom, which means we now have the golden mushroom stamp. I wonder if we're gonna be able to get all of these golden stamps today. What's this one? Collect all the golden stamps. Well, I'm working on it. We need to get the golden banana on Minecart Madness. So that's probably on the to-do list, especially because we want to do that while it's still daytime out. Well, I think that we've done quite a lot up here. We've done quite a lot downstairs. I think it's about time we head to Donkey Kong Country. I'd love to meet Donkey Kong. I haven't seen Toad all day, so Toad might not be here. Would love to meet Donkey Kong. Would love to ride Minecart Madness. And of course, I think there's a certain barrel-shaped treat we need to grab. Here we go. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Pikmin. 7 Pikmin. Stealing a coin. Someone should stop them. Not gonna be me. So in Donkey Kong Country, there is a whole new set of interactive tap points and things like that. So keep your eyes peeled, like for this one. Minecart Madness has come up. It is currently down. So hopefully it'll come back up again. Basically, Minecart Madness is a very cool roller coaster where it appears that the coaster is jumping the track. It's an awesome ride system where there is a track that you're seeing, which is right here, and a track that you're not while you're on the ride, which is this brown track a little lower. The lower track is the one that your car is actually connected to, but it appears that you're riding on the upper track. So sometimes the upper track disappears, the lower track remains but you can't see it, and it looks like you are on no track. You're a minecart just jumping, just like in the Donkey Kong games. It's a very cool ride. It's a bit herky-jerky, but very cool because of that jump the track feature. Here's a good example of what it looks like when that track disappears. Oh no, track's out. You would jump right here. Pikmin! 3 Pikmin. That brings my count to what? I don't know. I haven't been counting, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. A lot of Pikmin. Now, until Minecart Madness comes up, we're going to stop by the Bubbly Barrel. As you can see, there's a pretty stunning treat you can get here. A lot of folks are grabbing. And it does come, if you would like, in a souvenir Donkey Kong barrel. It was melty, so I panicked and ate a bunch of it. This is a very good treat. I get the hype. You see people up, there's long lines for that stand, the Bubbly Barrel, all the time. and I've seen lots of pictures of this online and stuff. This is worth the hype, for real. It is pineapple Fanta with banana ice cream and then little chocolate and nuts toppings, all in a little waffle cone sitting on top of your float. The perfect crunchiness. The chocolate adds this like creamy sweetness to it that I think most like Dole Whip floats and things like that are missing. I love the banana. I'm a big fan of banana, and it doesn't taste too much like that like fakey Laffy Taffy banana flavor, which I know is what bananas used to taste like, something I've learned, but it tastes more like real banana. It still has a bit of that candy banana flavor. The pineapple is tart, so it balances well with the banana. And then my favorite part is the number of like little crunchy things to like add to this. Texturally, a very balanced treat. And honestly, so tasty. I was gonna say it's shareable because it's so big, but I'm gonna sit here and finish this. But I 100% recommend. The food at Toadstool Cafe, meh. This, woo, or sorry, wahoo. They let people into the queue, it seems. I think I am gonna go through the regular queue since I'm here so early. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm excited to see the regular queue. And I hear there's a tap point there for my band, so gotta get our power-ups, baby. I love Donkey Kong's handprints on the ground. Hand and footprints. If a ride is down and you see it come up in testing, that likely means it is soon to come up. So if you gotta hang out around that area, you can be one of the first to get on. We got in line at 5:12. We'll see how long that wait is. I think it's gonna be pretty short. All right, we're headed just up here. It is 5:14, so it was really under a 5-minute wait because we got in line right when it came back up. And I would bet that a good chunk of people are rushing over here right now to get in this line once they see it come up in the app. Okay, Minecart Madness, I'm off. I only waited like 4 minutes. That was awesome. A little pro tip, don't eat a bubbly barrel and then get on that. Unless you want it to be a very, very bubbly barrel, shaken up inside of your body. That is a very herky-jerky ride. It shakes you quite a lot, but it is super fun, so it's kind of just something that may be worth it. But if you have any back problems, if rides that shake you a lot or feel a little more rickety don't work for you, this is a skip. This is a skip. Remember to be safe. Get yourself a bubbly barrel and watch from the sidelines. Okay, I have reached the point of this land that I would like to get out. It is very, very loud in here. This whole land is loud. It's just part of the charm of it, but when you're in here for so many hours, it does get a little bit grating. So this is the time when I would head to another land. However, I can't. It's part of the challenge. Another part of my challenge is Pikmin. So here's the plan. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time looking for Pikmin and some hidden details, see if we can't find anything cool, anything to help with your power-up journeys, any tips for the park. We're gonna look for that. And then I think dinner time. And by then, I think it'll be nighttime, which at night we're gonna ride at least Yoshi and Minecart Madness again to get the night views on them and see if it's better to ride during the day or the night. All of these things happening now. Big news for me personally. I have found more Pikmin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 to add to my count of 13, I believe, right? Because I have the 4 over there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, 14. There's 7 right there. Okay, 14. And then my 5 here. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. There's actually 2 that haven't been picked right here. So 21 here. And then I found some more across the way over there. 22, 23, 24. I think 24 Pikmin is my current count. Sorry for the teaser, but the lights are starting to come on. And I think that we're gonna get a really good look at how cool this land looks at night. And I think it's gonna look cool. But we're gonna transition to nighttime the best way I know how. Toadstool Cafe. We're gonna go back in there again. That's the only restaurant, unless we wanna get a bubbly barrel for dinner. Okay, I have gone with the mushroom soup, which I remember loving from Universal Hollywood, and also it's super cute, served in a little toad bowl. Who doesn't love that? Then there's also a chicken salad, which looks actually pretty good, so I'm optimistic. It's not a huge portion, but I think these 2 things together might be a tasty dinner. One thing they're not is a giant blob of meat that is spicy. So aggressively mushroomy. Not salty, with tons of umami that like coats your palate, gets in your nose. Delicious. I love the little toad crackers for a little crunch. This is a mean mushroom soup. I have no complaints about this. Surprisingly good chicken salad. The dressing is a Caesar. So it's like a Caesar chicken salad, but with more to it. There's tomatoes and these little star Parmesan crisps. Look at that guy. You can't because the camera won't focus, but pretend you can't. There you go. I stand by my statement. The Toad Cafe probably doesn't stand up to the rest of the restaurants in Epic Universe because the menu's older. But these two items wins. They're just a little pricey, but you're in a theme park, unfortunately. So I don't know. I would get both these things again. I'd return for this meal. It's officially dark enough that we can consider it nighttime. And look at the land. Man, I thought this land was alive during the day. It is even more alive at night. There are so many lights. The lighting design's awesome, dude. It's so like bright and fun still, but a little more relaxed. I think the rides are gonna be super fun in the dark. JP is here. She's gonna do the nighttime rides with me. We're doing Yoshi's and Minecart Madness before the park closes, which we probably actually need to get stepping.
Yeah.
Because what time is it?
We have 41 minutes.
No, we're fine.
Cut to us panicking.
Yeah, cut to us not on one of them. I did, however, find more Pikmin. You thought there weren't any more. I found some more. They're right here. We were at 24, and I can't count them because it's too dark, but I'm gonna go around and count them. Here they are. Okay, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 35 Pikmin. Total, perhaps total for the land. And that is counting the ones that are still in the ground. During the day, that ride is better because you feel more immersed in the environments. You can see more in the outdoor sections. And though the lighting is cool and the whole land looks beautiful at night, and if you have time, I don't see why you don't ride it both times.
I mean, right now it's 5 minutes.
Yeah. If the wait time is low once the park's crowds start to calm down, then maybe ride it both times.
Yeah.
But I think if you're only gonna ride it once, ride it during the day because you can just feel a little more immersed in the environments and it feels a little more playful.
Yeah.
Now we move into Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
It looks so cool at night, dude. That's insane. That looks like it's for real jumping the track. I didn't know I was still filming, so you can know that that was for real, my reaction. So, a couple things to note about Super Nintendo World. One that is very important to me at this time is there's no coffee here, only sodas. And so I haven't had a coffee all day. And JP was gonna try to bring me one, but we decided that that was not in the integrity of the challenge, and two, the Starbucks closed. The other thing that you might be more interested in, depending on your plans for your trip, is that there's no alcohol in Super Nintendo World. So, for instance, we have a Drink Around the Universe challenge coming to the channel soon. Actually, it's already on the channel, and you can go watch it. But you'll notice we treat Super Nintendo World a little differently, because of course it has to be included as one of the major lands, but there's no alcohol here. So that's another thing to note. You can walk alcohol in. They're not going to tell you to put your beer down, but they don't sell any alcohol inside Super Nintendo World. Hey JP, what time is it?
It is 9:06.
And that means I've spent over 10 hours without stepping foot outside of Super Nintendo World.
She never stepped out.
Never stepped out. A lot of fun today. This is definitely an interesting land, and I think we really saw it to the fullest. Some final thoughts. I promised you the best seats on each of the rides. The front seat, doesn't matter which, is the best on Minecart Madness.
Yep.
The front right seat is the best on Mario Kart. For some reason, it is just easier to see in that seat.
Oh, that makes sense.
And on Yoshi's, the left seat is a little bit better, but they're about equal. Also, final verdict, minecart is kind of equal day versus night.
Yeah.
It's a little bit cooler at night because there are headlights on your car, which is funny. But other than that, it's about equal. But let's get one final look of a nighttime Super Nintendo world. All right, bye Super Nintendo world. Can you wave for me? My hands are full. Thanks for hanging out with me on a full Nintendo day here at Epic Universe. If you're still here, like the video and drop this secret code in the comments so we know you made it all the way. And don't forget to subscribe. We upload tips, games, info, and more from Universal and beyond 7 days a week because we're serious about fun here. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!